Okay, in today's video, I'm gonna be going over my 5 golden rules for losing body fat. Okay, everybody wants to be lean, everyone wants to know how it's done, but there are a few fundamentals that we have to stick to, and I'm gonna go over them today. Number 1 is we need to control our hunger. We all know by now, I hope, that calories reign supreme when it comes to fat loss. Doesn't matter what healthy fat loss trend you're on, if you're eating too many calories, okay, you will not lose body fat. If your maintenance calories are 2,000 and you go on a fat loss juice cleanse and they give you 2,100 calories, you won't lose any body fat. This is why fasting is a great tool for some people, okay? If you can push meal 1 back to 12 o'clock and shorten your feeding window and you end up being able to go to bed feeling good and feeling full, that's great. However, if you're somebody that gets to 12 o'clock and eats 3 meals in one go because you're so hungry or ravenous, hey, that's a big problem. So we need to control our hunger. Meal timing isn't the be all and end all when it comes to fat loss, but it can make things a whole lot easier. Everybody is different. Find a routine that works. Number 2 is don't come out the gates too quickly. This is one I see all the time. We've all been guilty of it. We get excited. It's January 1st. I'm gonna lose body fat. I'm just never gonna eat again until March. It doesn't work that way. Slowly drop your calories down. Sit just below your maintenance. Start with the least amount of cardio possible. Start with a training routine you can stick to and build on it over time. Slowly decrease calories, slowly increase cardio, slowly increase steps. If you come out the gate too quick, you will crash and burn. The goal is not to lose fat. The goal is to lose fat and keep it off long term. It's to stay lean long after the diet is done. Number 3 of my golden rules is we need to track. Some people don't like this, but it just makes your life so much easier. You need to track your training so you know you're increasing your volume over time, burning more calories. We need to track our cardio so we can increase it over time. We need to track our steps so that when our body starts to shut down and we start to get fatigued, we know we have that step target to hit. When we plateau, instead of saying, oh, I'm just gonna drop all my food out, skip a meal, we can say, actually, because I'm keeping detail of this, yes, my weight loss has slowed down, but I'm gonna increase my steps by 1,000 per day, and I'm gonna increase my cardio by 5 minutes per session. And actually, I'm gonna keep my food the same. And that person will then continue to lose body fat without just having to starve themselves. What gets tracked gets managed, okay? Please don't just go into this and say, I'm gonna start eating healthy, I'm just gonna have salads, or I'm just gonna start going to the gym loads. Have a plan. When you get into your car, you have a destination, you have a route to get there. The same thing with this stuff. Make it easy for yourself. Otherwise, again, you will yo-yo up and down and crash and burn. Number 4, again, super important, is we have to be consistent, okay? This is why I'm into tracking. This leads into not starting too quick. This leads into controlling hunger. We need to be consistent. If you have 15 kilos of body fat to lose and you're male or you're female, it will not be done in 4 weeks. You need to find a routine that fits into your lifestyle. If you're a busy mum with 3 kids, you're a dad and you work 60 hours a week, we need to find a training plan that fits into your lifestyle. We need to find an eating routine that allows you to stay within your calorie deficit, but still have time for the kids, still be on point at work. Consistency is so important. You may have heard the phrase that compliance is the science. If you cannot stick to your plan long term, I wouldn't recommend starting it in the first place. Number 5, create urgency. Have a deadline. This is why we've seen the rise in popularity of the 12-week fat loss challenges that you see on social media. People think, right, I can go for it. I've got a deadline. I know my target. These are my start pictures. This is my end date. This is my plan that's going to escalate over time. By creating urgency and having a plan, when you have these slip-ups, which you will, these moments where you're hungry, I'll just get back on it tomorrow. If you know you've got that wedding coming up in 4 weeks, you haven't got time to lose a week. If you have a blowout on a Saturday, you can lose an entire week. If you know you've got a deadline coming up, you will not have that blowout, okay? Create urgency. It's one of the most important parts of a fat loss phase. This is why the 12-week fat loss challenge will always be so successful and why so many coaches use it. These are my golden rules for fat loss. I hope they've helped and hopefully you can use them the next time you try and lose some body fat.